Welcome to our presentation about the effect of COVID-19 on supply chains. The COVID-19 pandemic has caused an unprecedented human and health crisis. The virus is highly efficacious and has no effective medicines and consumes a lot of medical resources. At the same time, it's creating major disturbances to various businesses, operations, and causing harm to the global economy. Using three methods that will be discussed later, our research analyzed the way COVID-19 is impacted the production and manufacturing industry, with the focus being on the supply chain department. A decades-long focus on supply chain optimization to minimize cost, reduce inventories, and drive up asset utilization has removed buffers and flexibility to absorb disruptions. Now COVID-19 illustrates that many companies are not fully aware of the vulnerability of their supply chain relationships to global shocks. The outbreak has shown how dependent businesses are on the supply chain, and more importantly, how vulnerable some of the chains are. Businesses are forced to change the way the supply chains operate on short notice. Businesses management is turning to IT solutions to increase the efficiency and effectiveness of the supply chain and to handle the current problems supply chains experience. As said, we researched the production and manufacturing industry. The trend of the sector of the last few decades has seen a strong focus on outsourcing, mainly driven by the significantly lower cost. The COVID-19 pandemic has revealed the already existing risk of this production coordination strategy. Manufacturing companies from all over the world and from different sectors are experiencing problems with the supply chain due to instant shortage or delivery problems. Consequently, this sector has seen a massive shrinkage of the industry since the pandemic of COVID-19, with the production of motor vehicles, trailers and semi-trailers experiencing a negative growth rate of 75% in the period of April and even in June. After the lockdown in China had ended, they were still losing over 25% of the business compared to February. We assumed that most of the companies in the sector operate with a make-to-stock production strategy. This strategy focuses on matching inventory with anticipated demand. This strategy has proven to be very effective in a predictable environment, but it has been very vulnerable to the disruption caused by COVID-19. The main challenge that we dealt with was identifying proper methods, and after discussion with various experts, we determined that three methods would suit our research the best. These methods are reshoring, more suppliers, and more integration. These methods will be further discussed in a bit. The first method, reshoring, considers the possibility of relocating suppliers to be closer to home. This can decrease the risk of running out of suppliers. The second method, finding more suppliers, reduces the reliance on a single or handful of suppliers and spreads the risk across multiple suppliers. Finally, more integration can decrease the uncertainty about the supplier, therefore decreasing the risk of the supplier not being able to deliver without prior signs. Using the Weil and Ross governance matrix in transaction theory, we illustrated how a company can determine the decision-making on IT-related topics, and how financial aspects of outsourcing can be compared to insourcing. Additionally, we showed how activities in a company could change for each method using activity-based diagrams. Lastly, it looked into the possible cybersecurity risk that could arise from each method with respect to confidentiality, integrity, availability, and auditability. Following our research, we recommended companies to consider the three proposed methods. We highlighted some advantages and disadvantages that each method brings. Companies need to find their own opportunities and possibilities. Each supply chain is different, and every company is different, and every partner is different. And companies are encouraged to redesign the supply chain, possibly by using some new technologies, but the related risk should be identified and managed properly to prevent becoming too independent on others.